Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. I'm really excited to have with me another special guest here, vibraphonist, drummer, bass player, educator, and composer, all the way from Trento, Italy, Alessandro Bianchini. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me here, Matt. It's a really pleasure to be here because I'm a follower of you of your YouTube channel. So I saw a lot of interviews that you done with beautiful musician. So I'm really honored to be part of this series. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to have you. It's just a pleasure to be able to talk with incredible musicians such as yourself and all the way from Trento, Italy. So before we talk about these two awesome albums, audiophile quality on Birdbox, your brand new one, MySpace 24 and 10.5, which we certainly want to talk about. But can you tell us a little bit about your background? Because it says you're into classical music and you played drums, and I guess your dad was a drummer. And I'd love to hear just a little bit about how you got into music.
I started to play drum at the age of 5 because my father is a musician too. So my father is a classical bass player, but also he played a lot of jazz music and popular music during his life. And when I was a child, we lived in a very old house in the center of my hometown, Trento, and we lived on the top floor of this house, and we were very lucky because we had a private studio inside the apartment, and my father did his rehearsal with his friends and his colleagues, and so I like it to listen it all the rehearsal. Suddenly, my father got me my first drum set because I started to play on my mother's pants, and so he got me my first drum set. Then he enrolled me on a violin course when I was 7, and I played violin for 5 years. During this time, I start to practice classical percussion too. So in this period of my life, in a very young age, I played piano, because piano you have to play with the classical percussion course, and violin and drums. So then I stopped violin course, and I finished my classical studies at the age of 19. I graduate. Then I moved to Milan, and I study with the principal timpanist of La Scala Theatre, David Searcy. Was for me a beautiful musician, a beautiful teacher, a mentor. And I studied with him for 2 years. And then after this period, I started to play in a several orchestra, and I did timpanist and percussionist for many years, maybe 20 years, more or less. But my first notes that I ever heard were jazz notes, because my father played jazz music with his friends on piano and jam and stuff like that. So I started really to play drums on jazz repertoire, the classical real book song, Harry Mancini, and so on. So this is
Awesome.
this is my background.
Yes. So what made you kind of focus in on the vibraphone?
Yeah, during this the classical percussion studies, When I was in high school, I bought my first record that was really inspiring me, and is the name is Windows by Chick Corea. Chick Corea is leader, composer, and in this beautiful record, play with him Gary Barton on vibes, Pat Metheny on guitar, Dave Holland on the double bass, and Roy Haynes on the drums. And this is my favorite record, jazz album record that I start with.
So that really drew you into that.
Yeah, and I study and I listened a lot of music from Gary Barton, and I like it to play vibes. When I was really young, at the very beginning of my study, because when you study percussion, you have to study drum, snare drum, timpani, xylophone, cymbals, orchestral repertoire, and you have the soloist repertoire for marimba, first of all, and vibes. So I like so much play melodic harmonic instrument, because maybe I came from the violin practice and courses, so I suddenly find my way on this kind of percussion, on mallet percussion. But I liked so much play timpani in orchestra and all the percussion. I like every single percussion, and I study a lot of drum, a lot of snare drum and drum set. But I prefer to play mallet percussion at the end of of my journey.
Yeah. So, Alessandro, you're the second vibraphone player I've had on. I had Chen Chen Lu on
Yeah, I saw
a
this
few
interview.
weeks ago. But tell us about what you prefer as far as playing the mallets. How many,
No,
some
I
people have
usually
two, some
play.
people use
Yeah, no.
four.
I play always with four mallets, because I started to play with this way, on this way. So I prefer to play with four mallets, because when I play, I like to have the same conception on the piano. So the left hand do the bass and the harmonic phrasing and voicing, and the right it's more dedicated to the melody lines. But you have it's a big difference when you play vibraphone or you play piano, because piano have 88 I do say tasti,
88 keys.
yeah, keys,
Keys. No,
and
yep.
vibes 37, and you have four mallets against 10 fingers. So you cannot play the same. You have to choose a lot of notes and create your voicing. So and when you improvise on vibes, I use, obviously, when I have to do running and stuff like that, scales or some lines, I use, obviously, left hand and right hand. Okay, like I have two sticks only, but I prefer play all the time with four mallets. And when I have to use two, I use two, and when I have to use four, I use four. That's it.
Interesting. Yeah, and is there any particular grips or anything like that that you
I
study?
use, yeah, the percussion word is really complicated, because there are many instruments, and every single instrument have a technique. So it's really complicated to perform with the high level on all the instrument. When I play vibes, I play on the Gary Barton grip. So this is
Okay.
basically, I have two mallets for hand, one and 2, and this is it. And I can choose my interval, and this is the rotation. But it's easy, man. If you came from the snare drum world, it's really easy. It's also for the left hand. But maybe last December, I own a marimba 5-octave. A 5-octave marimba by Maletech Stiletto is a beautiful instrument that I used for recording the last record, and the first record, yeah. But in the last record, MySpace 24, I recorded a Bach pieces by Bach in classical way. And last December, I started to develop the Stevens grip that I never studied before. So I like this. I like it so much, especially for marimba. But I don't want to use on vibes, because my sound on vibes is with the Barton grip.
Interesting.
It's completely different, because with the Stevens technique, you can do a lot of more legato. So the marimba, the range of the marimba is really big. 5 octaves is a really big instrument. So the mallets are more longer than the vibes mallets, but it's a completely different conception. Is less with less hard approach. Is more legato, is more classical way, and I like it really, really much.
Cool. So when we get to this, let's talk about the new album. First of all, how did you meet Lorenzo Vella, the owner of Birdbox? Tell us how you met him.
There is a story, because when I did the recording session of 10-5,
which is this?
It was completely random, because in that period I had 2 weeks off from the gigs, so I decided to go to the studio recording and improve my study, my warm up, play together, interplay with the other people. So I called a very beautiful musician that I know and that I collaborate with, Simone Brilli on drums and Marco Micheli on double bass, and the beautiful Beatrice Sberna on voice as a special guest. But when we met at the studio, we didn't play together at all. I played with Marco and I played with Simone before, but we didn't play together. So we did the album in 1 hour and a half, maybe.
So you just went in and recorded it all,
and that's it. At the end of the recording session, I booked the studio for 2 days at that time, but we did in 1 hour and a half. We did all the records. So we have the dinner and stuff like that. And when I came back from the Duna studio in Ravenna, I decided to send my flat recording session to some labels, and one of these labels was from Lorenzo Vella Birdbox Studio that heard and said, "Hey man, that's good. I produce all. So, okay, and that's it. And for the second record, the MySpace 24, because I'm not a composer. I don't want to seem a composer. I am a musician that write music. It's a little bit different because I have a lot of respect from the composer profession as a profession, and the entire study, all the order of the composition course in Conservatorio was 10 years course. So it's was really tough. Okay, so I study harmony, of course. I study composition. Yeah, I play piano, and that's it. But I'm not a composer. I like to play what I hear. So this is my way, and this is why I had this this recording session.
So tell us about the studio and everything. This is also, I mean, this absolutely sounds fantastic, and Lorenzo did a great job with the packaging on this. It's absolutely beautiful, and the sound quality's incredible. It sounds like you're sitting in the same room with you listening to this. Tell us about the actual recording session for this. And there's more than one recording session here because you've got a studio part, and then you've got a couple of live tracks.
Yeah.
So tell us how that came about.
That's a funny story, man. Because I didn't want to do another record at the beginning, okay? Because I already did the first album 2 years ago, 10-5. So, but I won a prize for the new composition, for a festival of new composition in Italy in 2023. But for the entire prize, okay, you have to compose 8 original pieces. And in the first album that I did, I have only 5 my own composition. So this is the reason because I did the second record, because I have to, it's for the money, man, because I have to recording 3 more pieces of mine. And that's it. So I came to the Duna studio another time, and we did it again with a different drummers this time, with Nelly Vandelli's fantastic drummer that I collaborate with, and the beautiful Lorenzo Simoni on alto sax.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, and that's it. We did 3 or 4 pieces of mine, and then we decide to recording 2 or 3 standards, and this is it. And the live version is from the concert that I did for the winning prize for the contest that I won.
Yeah, and then what's interesting, you have that the classical tune, the Lute Suite in E minor, the Bach tune, which is a nice touch interlude that kind of separates between and then goes into the live tracks.
Yeah, because, and this is the reason of the name of the record. This is my space, because I play Bach on marimba. I play classical music every day. I practice I study technique. When I study, I prefer study technique with during play Bach. Okay, I like to play Bach for my technique, because you can play technique, and it's important. Play every time you have to play music, every time. it's a warm up, it's not a warm up. You have to play. You have to play music always, and this is my way, and this is my space, because the composition that I did in this record, like Cape Town. If you listen to Cape Town, you can find the classical Bach harmony. This is my way to think about the music and play music.
And was this everything? How long were you in the studio for this one? Just 1 day or 2 days?
Yeah, 1 day.
Just 1 day.
Yeah, because it's analog. So with one take to maximum 2 takes for and that's it.
And it
So
sounds incredible. And even the live recording sounds very good. And Lorenzo did a good job on putting this together with the mixing and
yeah,
mastering, right? So I
yeah.
mean,
This is because I record with my phone. So this is the real recording session in the real time, and obviously I did the video, because the audio video of the iPhone is it's impossible, the quality, because
right.
we were in the separate room, no, so you can hear the vibes only, no. So he put the real mastering sound on the real video live, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because all the this studio that you recorded in is all analog,
Yeah,
right? They have the tape, which is incredible.
yeah,
And
yeah.
does that change your perspective when you're recording, knowing that it's going on tape? You just don't even think, go ahead and play, and that's
No, no,
that.
no, no. I don't even think about it. I have to play, and that's it. I like to play in studio. I like so much to play studio, because you finally have the perfect sound on your ear of the vibes, because the vibes is really, really, really tough to have a good sound when you play together with the other people, because if you are on the big stage or in a jazz club, it's completely changing your sound, so it's difficult to have the same sound quality every time in every situation. So the studio for me is this opportunity.
Yeah, and both of these albums are absolutely fantastic musically. First of
Thank
all, because it wouldn't matter if it sounded great if it wasn't musically obviously captivating, which it is. Um, the what about right now? Do you still live in Trento right now? Do you still live
Yeah,
there? Or
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I live in Trento, and I'm a lucky percussionist, vibes player, because I own a studio, and I can have my rehearsal every day, and I 1 week or 2 weeks, two times in a week maybe. I did a rehearsal with jazz player, so it's it's important for me. I have my space,
yeah.
my
Would you?
personal space, where can I play at every time during the day.
And so when Lorenzo was working on the mixing and the mastering and putting this together, did you work with him at all on that? You just got it. He
No,
sent it to you.
Lorenzo asked me what think about it, but you know, uh, it's really complicated to be a musician. So I prefer to play my music and doing the best way I can do, and Lorenzo do his job, and it's very good on this. So I I prefer separate the ways.
As
Yeah.
far as music goes, Alessandro, what do you listen to? In your day to day, if you listen to music, and do you collect records?
Yeah, I have a lot of collection, but it's not really mine. It's my father's collection. Maybe you can see a lot of
Yeah.
vinyl here,
Oh yeah.
and there are a
Oh no.
lot,
Are you cutting out?
and I oh
You're cutting out. There you go. You're
yeah
back.
yeah 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 yeah.
So you
Okay.
you have your dad's collection.
Yeah, and I listen. Yeah, I listen every day. Basically, jazz and classical music. I like it a lot of Bach and every kind of jazz music, and because I have a dog, so every morning I take my dog and hiking a mountain behind my house, so I have to put my earphone on and listen music. So this is yeah, this is absolutely one of the my best thing to do every day. And but I think that the most important thing that a musician have to do is listen every kind of music. So I like to listen really hip hop music a lot, rap, hip hop, and that's it.
And are
But
there any?
basically, I listen jazz music for the most.
And are there any specific artists that you just really drill down into to really?
I like it a lot. The piano player. Especially, I'm in love with Bud Powell.
Power, yeah.
Yeah, Bud Powell for me was a really inspiring, a really piano bebop inspiring. That inspired me a lot. And Tommy Flanagan. I like to, but Bill Evans, of course, Chick
Oh
Corea,
yeah.
and Kate Jarrett.
Oh yeah.
Kate Jarrett, I love Kate Jarrett, but there are few. But I like it, and I like a lot trumpet player Chet Baker, Miles, of course. Yeah, I listened when I was younger. I listened a lot of Gary Barton records, but now I don't like listen vibes player record, except for the last interview that you do on your channel on with I don't remember. Sorry, ma'am, I don't remember the name because it's not easier for me to
Chen Chen Lu, yeah,
Chan Lu. Okay,
yeah.
I listened to his records. It's really good. Yeah, it's really really good. Sound fantastic. But I don't like listen a lot of vibraphone player because I want my style and I want listen other musician, other kind of instrument because if you listen the saxophone players, trumpet players, piano players, Hammond players, I like a lot of Hammonds. You can think in a different way on your instrument, and this is really important. If you listen, I love Gary Barton, of course. I love Tony Micheli. I love Stephen Harris. I love Warren Wolf. I love, the most important vibraphonist that live now. But I prefer listen another kind of instruments
And
because it's yeah.
that gives you a different perspective on what you can do
Yeah,
on your
give
instrument.
me a different perspective. Exactly. This is it. Because I want to, because, on the vibes, if you have a good technique, you can manage a lot of things, but improvise, you have to be yourself and be original, be in original way. So you have to find your way, you have to find your style, and this is the most difficult part of this job, I think, because vibraphone, I think this is completely my opinion. You cannot play everything on the vibes, especially because vibes have 3-octave range, and that's it. So there are some tunes that fit better and other that don't work for me. But this is really my opinion.
Interesting.
Personal.
So, before we go, what's the jazz scene like where you're at? Are there jazz clubs where you can play at there in Italy, and what's kind of the scene there for jazz?
There are a lot of jazz festival in Italy. Not a lot of jazz club in the American way. We did. I am inside a cultural association that promote a jazz festival. So I'm a side artistic director, and I organize a concert and try to create the jazz club appointment, and but it's not so easy to do because we are not in the USA, or maybe I live in a small town, so probably the best town where you can play jazz now is Rome. There is a lot of jazz club situation, and very, 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 very good musician, and the level is really high. But it's difficult, because there's no money, and this is the reason mainly. So that's it. I am a good musician. Maybe I think I have a good. I play a lot, so I have many groups I collaborate with, and I work, but it's not easy, especially because there's not the really culture here where I live. It's better if you go to Bolzano, to the north. It's a little bit better, but this is the situation, and you have to do with this.
And you also teach, correctly? You teach and do master classes and things like that?
Yeah, of course. It's basically because it's a part of my job. I started to teach when I was 20. Yeah, when I finished my graduate in classical percussion. So, and I like teach, especially with high school students. This is my target. And I like to, and I teach to play together and play, improvise, and play jazz and classical, but more jazz and pop music. Yeah.
So my last question on this is, do you have more live recordings? You have 2 here, but where's the rest of the live recordings? Did you record a whole show?
No. I only record these two songs,
Okay, I was
And
curious.
yeah, no, and because when we did this concert, yeah, of course the we recorded all the concert, but we take only two songs, and that's it.
But you won't release the rest of the recording, I guess, at some point in
No,
time.
no. I delete everything because it's a lot of space, no.
Oh, I got you.
So yeah, so no, and and that's it.
And as far as future projects going on for recording, do you have anything planned for a release to come after this one? Because this is incredible, and I think people are going to want another record from you. So something to think
Thank you,
about.
thank you so much. But now, no, for the moment, I don't know, man, because 10.5 is I had the recording on 23 and the MySpace on 24.
Right.
You
And
know, so I'm not Gary Barton. So you have to no. I explained to you that the reason that I did the record. So no, I'm really honored and happy to have this review, especially from the US, because I play your music. So for me, I'm really glad about these reviews. But now I have to slow down a little bit and do a lot of concert, I hope, and we'll see. But for today, for now, I don't have in program. I don't have recording session for the future.
okay, well, hopefully we do.
Maybe
I'd love to.
tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow change.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right.
today, you know.
I definitely want to. I would love to visit Lorenzo's studio there that he has up in Rome, on the
Yeah,
outskirts of Rome. That looks like a beautiful studio there. That would
yeah.
be wonderful to visit. But thank you so much for taking the time to come on and talk with me. And hopefully we can continue to sell these records because it's wonderful. It's like you're sitting in the same room. It's incredible, the recording quality, and then again musically, it's so engaging. It's just really hit you. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I'm very honored of these reviews and this and it's a really I'm really glad about this.
yeah, and
Thank you.
we want to thank Scott Wilson over at the Pressing Matters. He did that wonderful review as
Yeah,
well, and
I
he was
saw.
blown away by the sound quality and the playing. So it's really nice when people recognize, because it's really difficult with these small labels, independent jazz labels like Lorenzo's, and most of the jazz labels are very small, and they don't get the recognition they deserve. So it's always nice when you get people that recognize that and talk about it. So, all
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you for joining me, and
Thank you. Thank you so
hopefully we can
much.
talk. It was wonderful meeting you. So
Thank you.
maybe we
Thank you
can
so
do it
much.
again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your work and your content on your YouTube channel. So thank you for everything, man.
Absolutely. We'll talk soon, hopefully again.